For a long time ago, there were people living in peace. They chop wood to save for the colder months. The families send 7 girls to go collect the wood from the forest. Amongst them is a beautiful girl called Hayna. It is known that the girls must return home before sunset because they fear the beast that lives in the forest. While the girls are chopping the wood, each one finds something. One finds a bracelet, one finds a ring, one finds a brush, and one finds a necklace. Hayna finds a lighter. The girls collect their wood in their sacks, and each one lifts the sack on her shoulder and make their way back to their houses. As Hayna walks with each step, the sack comes undone, and her wood falls to the ground. The other girls come back to help, but the sack keeps opening again and again until the sun is almost set. The other girls start to worry for their own safety, and they leave Hayna and carry on to their homes. Then a big wind comes through the forest, and the beast appears. The beast helps Hayna to fix her sack and places her lighter inside the sack. He told her, "The day that winter comes, I will ask for the lighter, and you will have to give it to me." Hayna returned to her house, terrified and crying. Her mother asked her what was wrong, and she told her everything that happened with the beast. Her mother calmed her down and assured her there was nothing to worry about. The days passed, and winter finally arrived. The wind is cold and strong, and the rain continuous. The beast came as promised and told Hayna to give him the lighter. After hearing his voice, she became scared and ran to her mother for help. "Oh, Mom, the beast came. What should I do?" She replied, "Tell the beast my mother will give it to you." Hayna told the beast, "My mother will give it to you." The beast yelled at Hayna, "Give me the lighter." She answered, "My sister can give it to you." The beast again said, "Hayna, give me the lighter." She answered again, "My auntie can give it to you." Hayna's mother came up with an idea. She told Hayna to climb on the back of their servant and cover herself with a blanket so the beast cannot kidnap her. Hayna and the servant went out to meet the beast, but the beast was too smart and wasn't fooled. He took the lighter from Hayna's hands and put it in the eye of the servant. He then kidnapped Hayna from the servant's back and ran off. The poor servant couldn't do anything and returned back to her mistress, crying, "Ma'am, I lost my eye. Ma'am, my eye is gone. Ma'am, my eye is blind." Hayna was engaged to her cousin, but he was away for a horse show. When he came back, he couldn't find her. He asked his mother and Hayna's mother where she was. Hayna's mother answered that she had died. He wanted to see where she was buried, so they took him to an unmarked grave. He set up a tent there and stayed by the grave for days and nights. After many days and nights passed, an old woman came to him. He didn't know if she was a ghost or a human. She asked him in a clear voice, "Why are you sitting there? There is nothing there. Hayna was taken by the beast and is not here." He couldn't sleep that night and kept thinking about what the old woman had told him. He decided to go back to his mother. When his mother saw him returning, she began to ululate and said, "Oh, my happiness, my son has finally come back to me." He asked his mother to cook his favorite meal, called berkuksh, and serve it in a bowl. His mother made him the meal he asked and cooked it with joy, serving it in a bowl nice and hot. He caught her hand and put it in the hot food, and he told her, "Now tell me, where is Hayna?" His mother screamed and pleaded with him, "Please let my hand go and I'll tell you where Hayna is." She told him the whole story about the beast and what happened to Hayna. His cousin prepared his horse, and he readied himself to search for Hayna. He took with him a bag of salt, a bag of knives, a bag of nails, and a bag of needles. Once he reached the Black Hill, he talked loudly and asked, "Hey, Black Hill, why are you getting more black?" The hill answered him, "I had to get blacker because Hayna passed by me." Next he reached the Blue Hill and asked, "Hey, Blue Hill, why are you getting more blue?" The hill answered him, "I had to get bluer because Hayna passed by me." Next he reached the Yellow Hill and he asked, "Hey, Yellow Hill, why are you getting more yellow?" The hill answered him, "I had to get more yellow because Hayna passed by me." Finally, he reached the White Hill and asked, "Hey, White Hill, why are you getting whiter?" The hill answered, "I have to get whiter and whiter because Hayna lives in me." He jumped off his horse when he heard the White Hill's answer, with a hope to find Hayna in this place. He asked everyone he met where Hayna lived. They answered him with surprise. "Is Hayna the one the beast married? Nobody can approach the place where the beast lives." They showed him where the beast's house is. He went there, but he couldn't find a way to get in to talk to Hayna. All of a sudden, a rooster came out from the beast's house. The Cohen asked the rooster, "What is Hayna doing?" The rooster answered, "Hayna washed some wool and is hanging it up to dry." The cousin told him, "Go and get her to come out by putting some wool on your feet and running out towards me. She will follow you." The rooster did as the cousin asked, and Hayna followed him towards her cousin. She was surprised when she saw her cousin and told him, "Oh, my cousin, why did you come? What should I do to you? If the beast returns early his hunt and smells you, he will eat you." Hayna sat down to think about where she could hide her cousin. She put him in a hole inside the house, and then surrounded the area with cloves, basil, and rose petals. She laid the spices out in every corner of the house so that the beast cannot smell him. When the beast came home, he smelled something not normal. He smelled a human. He screamed, "There is a human smell in our house." Hayna answered him, "There is nothing else in the house, only me." The beast said again, "There is a human smell in the house, I know for sure." Hayna answered again, "There is only the smell of cloves, basil, and rose in the house." When it was time to sleep, the beast wrapped Hayna's hair around his feet so that she could not escape. This night, Hayna talked to the ants and asked them to free her from the beast hair by hair. The ants started to free her a hair at a time until she was free. Hayna then got her cousin from his hiding place and put more spices around the house. The magical mortar that she used to crush the spices would start to chime loudly when she left. The noise woke up the beast, and he realized she was gone. He started to smell around the house, and he followed her scent. Hayna looked back and saw a big wind. The wind got closer, and Hayna saw the beast come out of it towards them. She screamed, "Oh, my cousin, the beast is following us, and he's getting very close." The cousin said, "Either I die today, or the beast." He threw the bag of needles on the ground. They got inside the feet of the beast, and the beast sat down to clean them from his feet. Hayna and her cousin got further away from the beast, but then again the beast followed them and was close. Her cousin threw the bag of nails, and again the beast had to sit down to clean the nails that were embedded in his feet. When he finished cleaning, he followed them again, and then the cousin threw his bag of knives. The beast feet were sliced open from the knives, and when he finished cleaning, He tried to follow them again, but this time the cousin had thrown his bag of salt. When the beast walked on the salt, his wounds began to burn, and he couldn't run after them anymore. Here the beast called Hayna and tried to convince her to come back to him. He said, "Hayna, I will give you a scarf." Hayna said, "I will not wear it." The beast told her, "I will give you a bracelet." She said, "I will not pick it up." He told her again, "I will give you majdul, traditional belt," and she said, "I won't put it around me." He told her, "I will give you charbel, traditional sandal," and she replied, "I won't wear it." He said again, "I will give you a bird," and she said, "I won't get close to it." He told her again, "Well, Hayna, if you find the birds fighting, don't separate them." Hayna continued her way with her cousin. During the journey, she finds each of the things the beast mentioned, but she doesn't pick any of them up. After a while, she sees a flock of birds fighting above their heads. The cousin wants to stop the birds fighting, but Hayna doesn't let him. The cousin didn't listen to her, and he separates them. One of the birds eats him. Hayna cried a lot for her cousin. She comes across a shepherd with his sheep and dogs. Hayna catches the dog, kills it, and takes the skin to wear. Hayna turned from a beautiful girl to a dog, and she guides her horse to the shepherd. The shepherd was really surprised to see his dog bringing him a horse. Every night the bird comes and sits on the house of the shepherd, singing, "Hey, Hayna, what is your dinner tonight?" Hayna answered, "My dinner tonight is the leftover bread, and I will sleep where the sheep sleep." The bird said, "My heart is sad," and he flew away. Every night the same things happens, until the neighbor told the shepherd what is happening. The shepherd watched his dog one night and heard everything. The wife of the shepherd told him, "Feed this dog triad, traditional Moroccan meal, and make her sleep in the house beside our daughters." In the night, the bird comes and asks Hayna again, "What is your dinner tonight?" She answered him, "My dinner tonight is triad, and I'm going to sleep inside with the daughters." The bird replied, "My heart is happy," and he flew away. When the shepherd heard what happened again, the village people gave him advice to invite all the bird, make them a feast, and feed them very well. The bird who couldn't fly after the meal was the one that had eaten a person. The advice of the people were right, as all the birds flew away apart from one. The shepherd told the bird, "Give me back my son." The bird answered back, "You want me to give him to you blind?" The shepherd said again, "Give me back my son." The bird said, "I will give him back as a cripple." The shepherd said, "Give me back my son in the same way that you took him." The bird gave back the cousin. The shepherd treated the cousin like his own son, and after a while, the cousin told the shepherd, "I want to marry the dog." The shepherd was surprised and asked, "What do you mean? That's never happened before." The cousin insisted, and the shepherd accepted to marry the cousin to the dog. All the village people were surprised and laughed at the cousin for wanting to marry an animal. The family made a feast, and when Hayna and her cousin were together on her own, the cousin told Hayna to remove the skin of the dog. Hayna did as she was told. In the morning, the shepherd told his maid to go and check on the cousin and to see if the dog has eaten or not. The maid went and was surprised with what she saw. She went back to the shepherd and said, "The wife of the sun is beautiful. Her whiteness is like the snow, and her hair is long like a winter night, and the mole on her cheek is noticeable. This is how Hayna came back to be her beautiful self, and her marriage to her cousin broke the curse. This is the end of the story of Hayna and the Beast. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more captivating tales. Your support helps us grow and bring more enchanting adventures to life.